now India has become more progressive. So it's a bit of both, you know. It's very hard for me personally, where I need to know how much I can open up to someone as well. Brit Indians, you can open up to them. Indian Indians, not so much. Thai Indians, not at all. Not at all. Thai background, so you know, they're Indians, but they have Thai traditions. So they're very conservative, very narrow-minded. They won't even open up a conversation. As a matter of fact, they're very. They're not liberal. They're not broad-minded, because they've been brought up in that very same family for the past 25 years. They've been doing what their family's been telling them to do. They've been taught what their family's teaching them. So I don't think they're going places as such. But then, you know, that's life. You get to see all phases of it.
Are there many Indians who were born here and have lived here for generations?
Yeah, there are a lot of Indians here.
So they came for business, or?
It depends. There are a lot of Indian Indians, a lot of Thai Indians that are here. There are a lot of Indians that are born here and have dual citizenship, but they're born to Indian parents from India. So it's a bit of everything, I think.
Possibly for economic growth, right?
Yeah, parents come down for like business purposes and they get to grow up here.
Have you tried Tinder in India or other countries?
Yeah.
And England as well?
Yeah, in India.
What was the difference?
It's more fucked up in India.
Like
Yeah, there's a lot that they write. Just for experiment purposes, when I flew back to India for my brother's wedding, I traveled a lot of cities. So I wanted to see what it's like, you know, different from Bombay, because I'm from Bombay. So I wanted to see what Jaipur is like, what's Delhi like. From an Indian perspective, well, they love to write about themselves. So we're very expressive people. We love to write. We love to. If someone asks you a question, like if you ask an Indian a question, tell me about yourself, they'll open up. That's who we are. So that's what they do on Tinder. They open up. And the thing with me is, back home, like I had a lot of friends. I have a lot of friends. So it's very awkward, because when you meet someone, I'll have 25 mutual connections. So it's awkward. I bumped into someone who had 300 mutual common connections. And I don't know, should I, you know, like swipe right or should I swipe left? Because she's going to see my profile eventually, and then she might tell someone, and then someone might tell someone, and then someone's going to come to me and be like, you're on Tinder, you know? So Tinder is actually, it's more open now than it used to be, because people really thought Tinder is like, it's not a good website, it's not a good application to use. It's a very awkward application. There's a lot of people trying to hook up. You know, you meet, women had this stereotype. They stereotype men as sleazers, you know, because Tinder is used only for hookups, so you can't find friends. Why be on Tinder? Men stereotype women that are on Tinder as sluts. So, you know, if you want to hook up, you get to see girls. So that was there earlier. Now it's changed, and I used it in a couple of cities, and I bumped into a couple of people that I met. No connections. I just met them like on Tinder. I said, hey, how's it going? Long ass paragraph popped up from nowhere, saying, yeah, I'm into this kind of a guy. If you can treat me like this, I'll accept it. Yeah, it's a long ass paragraph. And then she goes on to talking about zodiac signs, and you know, like I like Leos, I like Capricorns, I can't get along with Scorpios. And I just said, hey, how's it going? You know, and this long ass paragraph pops up. I'm not gonna waste your time. I just want to let you know that if you're serious about me, we can take things further.
Did you meet with them?
No, not at all, not at all. That just, completely put me off. I mean, think about it. If you're saying, hey, how's it going? And you get a paragraph long, fucking her life, and then bullshit, and then zodiac signs, compatible zodiac signs that she's compatible with, it's gonna put you off. It shows what goes on inside her head.
It's not really mystery anymore. Because, I mean, I know it's a bit conservative, but there's this kind of expectation for women to be mysterious if you give everything away. It's like,
yeah, I mean, it's good that way. I mean, it only plays out for the both of the people, because when you're getting to know one another, it's life in general is an issue when you meet people. You know, you don't want to know everything right away, because then there's no point. Then tomorrow, day after, you're gonna get bored of the person. You know, it's something that needs to grow over time. That's why you need to know people over time. But with Tinder back home, flat out, straight up, they'll tell you what they want, they'll tell you how they feel, they tell you what kind of guy they're looking for, and they won't waste your time. So that kind of put me off in a bit, though she was hot. But then it just shows what goes on in here. So I was like, okay, not so much.
Was it the same for every city you visited, or were there slight differences? Because Mumbai is like more for Bollywood, right? It's like entertainment.
It's
Or they're more liberal.
it's very strange to say. It's because Bombay is a place where you don't have too many good-looking girls, but you got smart people. It's a lot of intellectual conversations. Delhi, on the other hand, you have shit ton of good-looking people, but no brains.
What about Bangalore?
Bangalore is a bit of both. Bangalore is like the city people want to go to. It's got good-looking women who can actually have a nice intellectual conversation with. I actually met someone on Tinder itself. I didn't meet them in person, but there are a lot of people in India that use this word. It's from the Urban Dictionary. It's called sapiosexual. It's sexually attracted to intellectual conversations. I didn't know that. Everyone started writing sapiosexuals, and I was like, what is this? So I looked it up, and it says that, and I was like, how do you even come up with a word like this? You know, a lot of women have them in their description. So if I go back to India and I open Tinder, every fucking profile now will have that word, sapiosexual, carpe diem, c'est la vie, carpe diem.
That sounds like you do want to get laid if you do carpe diem.
For me, that's just...
Have you tried it in Goa? Because I was there recently, but I didn't try because everything was so far away and I couldn't be bothered to try.
Well, I've not traveled to Goa in a while, so I don't know what Tinder's like in Goa.
Kerala. Okay, so do you have a physical, psychological type you're attracted by? Or physical and psychological?
Well, it's more like it grows over time, I think. Because see, obviously Tinder you can't swipe right to a person saying, oh, I like your personality. You know, it never works that way. It's always attraction.
Yeah, a physical type, like, you know, some guys like blonde girls, for instance, brunettes or skinny.
Well, like a specific genre of women. It depends, you know. Like, see, for me, since I've been in Thailand, I've met so many Thai people everywhere. You understand? So you want to interact with expats. You want to interact with foreigners that are coming from outside, or that are grown up here, or that have been staying here or working here. So I want to get to know them. So that's my kind of thing, where I would not swipe as much as to Thai people than to expats, because 95% of my hotel is Thai, 5% are expats. All the rest of the 5% are all upper management. I can't interact with them, so it makes no sense for me. So it's just, let me get to know people from different countries. I think guys from India do have a kind of specific genre that they look into. They love white women.
Yeah, because in Bollywood the women are always like not as tanned and they look more European. Like
they look more European.
It's a bit racist.
Yeah, it is. Yeah.
They look Spanish or Italian.
Yeah, well, for me personally, I'm into Latino women. I dated a Mexican for a while. I've had, you know, a friend that is very close to me, who's also Mexican. So because I speak Spanish, I get along well. But apart from that, there's nothing in specific that I look for.
What about psychological, not on Tinder, but you have like...
Yeah, it should not be crazy, man. You know, it should not be over the top. Straightforward, yeah, to a certain extent. You know, where you don't sound shrewd. You know, you can be open about things. You can be suggestive. You don't have to be implementative. You're gonna be like, let's meet here. Let's do this. Let's do that. You know, you're open to ideas. But you know, this is Tinder, gonna meet people from all over. You know, you don't expect. You know, you look at a person, you don't expect that person to be loud. You don't expect that person to be expressive. But then it completely happens. Yeah, it's you can't judge a person by its book. You know, by the cover of the book. So.
So what do you expect me to be like, for instance, just out of interest?
Yeah, well, when I kind of swiped right, I looked at because I saw a mutual friend. Yeah, we had, you know, Jane, I guess, Jane Kim.
Oh, that's my relative actually.
Yeah.
Not directly, but she lives in Dubai.
Yeah.
How do you know her?
I from school. She was in SHMS.
Oh,
She was my junior.
Switzerland.
Yeah, in Switzerland.
That's so funny.
She was my junior.
Not
Yeah.
my cousin's relative, so
All
yeah,
right.
not directly my relative, but I know her quite well.
Yeah, she's from Kazakhstan, isn't she?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I was born.
All
Do
right.
you know her well?
Not really. We've had a couple of drinks.
Yeah.
We're in a group. We've hung out. We've spoken to each other. Yeah, that's it. That's pretty much it.
She didn't finish her degree, unfortunately.
Yeah,
Money.
she had to let go of it.
But
Yeah.
she has a nice job in Dubai now, real estate.
Dubai favors a lot of Europeans.
Well, she's Asian, but she said she has US citizenship, but in New York she said there's a lot of racism, like towards she also works in hotel management.
I didn't face that. I faced a little bit of discrimination.
But your English is maybe better than yours.
Probably. But it still backfired when I was at Disney. You know, I did face racism there.
Was it in Orlando?
It was in Orlando, yeah.
Because I think in California you wouldn't have any problems.
Florida people are a little
Yeah.
crazy. Yeah.
But also she wasn't in New York itself, it was outside of New York. Because New York is liberal, maybe
New York,
outside.
Brooklyn, not so much.
Because you have many Russians in there, with like
Pretty much,
sometimes.
yeah. But then I never had a hassle. You obviously face it when when you go into a store or something. That's happened with me, you know, where like I've been wanting to get something, you know, like I've been wanting to get attended to by, you know, customer relations, but they see a white person walk in, you go right there, and I'm just like, I've been calling you for the past 20 minutes.
So you found like you had more trust because we had a mutual connection?
Yeah, in a way, yeah.
Well, I don't think I have any description on my profile. Like,
No, you don't.
Should I put that I'm doing a web series?
You should.
Yeah.
You should.
Because that was a waste of my time. And what?
I mean, that depends. I mean, that depends on the people that you meet, you know.
I mean, if I want, sometimes I also want to make friends, so it's not just for that. I didn't really have that option. And how do you think the service can be improved?
For Tinder?
Yeah.
Are you working for Tinder?
No.
You sure you're not working for Tinder?
I'm interested to know, yeah. It
Well,
would be nice to be paid, but no.
well, I think they're doing a fine job. They can filter out fake duplicate profiles.
Yeah.
If Instagram can do it,
Yeah.
why not Tinder? Snapchat has done it as well. Since they updated their profiles right now,
Yeah.
they've removed all the duplicate fake fan pages.
Yeah.
So, you know, they can do that.
What about, what was your reaction when I proposed to do the interview? Because maybe you thought, you know, I just wanted to.
Well, for me, see, I vlog. I vlog myself. I make travel videos myself. So I get what you're doing. You know, if you want to make a documentary or you want to know, you know, you want to see how different people from different countries react to Tinder, I completely get it. But if I was someone else, nah, I wouldn't be open to it.
Yeah, because a lot of people think I'm like a robot or they think it's sketchy.
Like a
Like,
bot.
they get
Yeah, you should put that
suspicious.
in your description
Yeah.
then. Because the moment you pop up, people will be like, okay, not so much. Let's not talk to her. Yeah. For me, I know because I've made my whole traveling video where I've gone around places where I've asked people, you know, how long have they stayed there, you know, what they've looked for, you know, what made them come to the city. Because when I went to Goa once, I made a video where a lot of Portuguese settled in Goa because it was colonized by the Portuguese, yeah.
But now there are many.
A lot of Russians,
not Portuguese.
No more Portuguese, yeah. But a lot of people that I asked there as well. In Bangkok, I'm not sure I made a video here, no. But yeah, I go around, I ask them what makes you come here, you know, what do you like about this place and stuff like that. So I completely get it, you know. If you want to make a documentary, it's fine.
Do you want to add anything else?
I'm fine. That's pretty much it.